Now, KANU's decision to support Jubilee comes in the wake of intense public speculation about Chairman Gideon Moi's future political chances with either the ruling coalition or with the opposition's newly found National Super Alliance. Gideon's history with President Uhuru Kenyatta has been touted as a strong factor that influenced this outcome. And here is the reason for that. Over now to Ellen Wanjiru.
It did not raise eyebrows when KANU Secretary General Nick Salat attended the launch of the National Super Alliance on January 11th at the Bomas of Kenya. Neither did it arouse concern when he attended the coalition's first joint rally in Bomet. And it probably didn't surprise when Salat hinted at a possible political arrangement between KANU and NASA.
I want to declare this meeting. This is a meeting we will declare, we will call it the gathering storm. For those of you who know history, the one Winston Churchill called it the gathering storm, and this is what this meeting is all about.
After all, the KANU Secretary General had participated in the anti-IEBC protests staged by the opposition last year to push for the exit of the then commissioners.
In the last NEC meeting that we held, I brought the message which was given to me from the team that I was with at Bomas to NEC. And I'm still propagating NASA's position in our party until otherwise. But for now, I'm still Ndani.
Intrigues at the Independence Party this year have continued to capture the interests of many. Political observers reading a lot more into former First Lady Mama Ngina Kenyatta's visit to the Kabrak home of retired President Daniel Arap Moi. A few days later, President Uhuru Kenyatta also paid a courtesy call to the Nairobi home of the man widely perceived to be his political godfather.
I think what's interesting about this visit is that they chose to make them public. You know, it would be very easy for Mama Ngina to pay a visit to retired President Moi as a friend, and that becomes a personal family visit. But the fact that they chose to make them public is intended to send some political messages, and Uhuru would have done the same thing. The president goes to many places, we never get to know about them. But he himself posted this on his Facebook page. So I think that says a lot of things. The question is, what is the political message and for who?
He was a father figure for Uhuru because the late President Kenyatta was too busy with state matters. The person who was actually looking after Uhuru and the rest of them was Daniel Arap Moi. What is there in Uhuru going to pay a courtesy call to his father figure? And remember, it is Moi who thrust Uhuru into politics.
Speculation about a possible political partnership between Uhuru and Gideon was fueled by the release of yet another picture of the two on social media. But according to Murathe, there have never been discussions on Gideon Moi's presidential ambitions within Jubilee.
We believe that Gideon will do what is in the best interest of the Kalenjin community and of Kenya. And that is why we're quite happy as of now. He's still part of the Jubilee coalition, whose party leader is the president, and the deputy party leader is the deputy president.
Yes, our chairman is very keen and still very much interested in seeking the position of the presidency. And that option is still open in 2017.
The decision to go with Jubilee was arrived at following intense consultations, considering that opinion within KANU was divided, as officials weighed the party's options to go with either Jubilee or NASA.
What Gideon Moi is doing is the thing that is expedient. It is the right political move to make under these circumstances. Under the political calculus, this is the right move. The question is, what does it do for Jubilee internally?
Salat wanted KANU to join NASA because he felt that the arrangement would favor Gideon Moi much more than if he joins Jubilee. He wondered whether Moi's partnership with President Kenyatta would be based on their long-term friendship or whether it should be based on the weight of the relationship between the two families, the Mois and the Kenyattas, or more importantly, would it be based on an honest political strength devoid of the hang-ups of their history together?
KANU can actually be able to have its own candidates, and after the elections, if Jubilee wins, then KANU would be able to support it in Parliament.
Salat felt that Senator Moi's position in Jubilee would be compromised by Deputy President William Ruto's presence, given their political rivalry in the Rift Valley.
This arrangement and agreement was not between two people. It was not between Uhuru and Ruto. It was between communities in the Rift Valley who were in conflict. One of the reasons we crafted this arrangement was, and it has often been repeated by the Deputy President, by the President, that Kenyans will never again fight because of politics, because of competition.
Kenyans are also aware of Jubilee's long-term political plans that seemingly extend to the next two elections. The Cockerel Party has thrown its weight behind President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election, but has remained non-committal on its relationship with Jubilee as an outfit. And pundits think this could be aimed at Deputy President William Ruto, Gideon Moi's nemesis in the Rift Valley, and in the 2022 politics. Ellen Wanjiru, KTN News.